You should give Facebook and Instagram no credit. You should not trust this company in any way. Their entire reason to exist is to addict people to something that is fundamentally unhealthy for them. The studies are pretty clear that this kind of addiction to social media leads to people having depression. You shouldn't put your kids on it. And even Facebook executive
So why not give them credit for at least telling people, look, you have a problem. Look how long you've been on Instagram.
It's window dressing. It's window dressing, and it's reactionary to the incredible bad press they have for not even checking that people are putting racist ads to try to subvert our democracy on their platform. They should be ashamed of themselves. You should not trust them. And the only sign that you should trust them will be when they give you a button one morning that says, pay $5 a month for this service with no ads and no tracking. Until they do that, they are the most untrustworthy company in the history of technology. Do not let your kids use Facebook. Do not let your kids use Instagram. It's terrible for them. Keep them off social media.
At least you didn't call Zuckerberg Castro like Scott did last time.
Yeah, I love being on with Jason. I'm usually the crazy one.
We're in agreement here. Who is this guy?
This is such an unusual
I like
role.
him.
No, but he's right. Mark Zuckerberg is what you get when high schools replace civic courses with computer science courses. We don't have anyone. We have the most powerful man in the world who doesn't seem to be that concerned with the Commonwealth. The largest study on teens done every decade by Pew has shown that the number of kids who see their friends every day has been cut in half. Not as much drunk driving, that's great because of Uber, not as much unwanted pregnancy, but the reason why teens aren't having sex is because they're in the room on their Instagram feeds going into what's called an envy spiral, and depression is skyrocketing.
Envy spiral.
It's called envy spiraling, where you start, bigger, better deal, right? We all kind of have it to a certain extent, but we can sort of modulate. And be clear, Instagram, if you take the power combination of user community times engagement, Instagram is already the most powerful platform in the world.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Jason, I'm going to play devil's advocate here and say the purpose of a company, any company, is to create a business that they're going to make money off of, right? I mean, why is it their responsibility to, I guess, police people and how much time they're spending on their products? I mean, shouldn't that be up to the individuals who are actually on the products?
Yeah, 100%. But as an individual who invests in companies, or goes to work at a company, you need to think about what you're contributing to society and democracy and children. And if you want to go work at a tobacco company, this is the modern day tobacco company. And yeah, it's not as serious as cancer, but mental health is a very big issue. And Instagram has grown from, I think, 80 million 5 years ago to about 900 million monthly active users. This is a very powerful company. They don't take responsibility for what they do. And so I think what you're seeing is society saying, this company will not take responsibility for itself. So we have to have this discussion on CNBC, in Washington, D.C., and in every household about, do we want... No, it's window dressing.
I mean, it's kind of like McDonald's saying, okay, we're going to come out with, carrot sticks, apple slices instead of French fries. Yeah. We're going to give you real beef that has... I mean, you can say, yeah, it's reactionary, but it's something, isn't it? I mean... Companies react to social pressure, and then maybe they get better.
There are two types of companies. Ones that are marauding and don't care about the impact they have on customers. And then there are good companies that do think proactively about the products and the impact they have on our society. And so Whole Foods is thinking, hey, we can get rid of hormones in different produce and fish and pesticides and everything. And they're thinking, hey, let's not have high fructose corn syrup. Facebook is the high fructose corn syrup of the digital ecosystem. Do not consume it. Don't use it.
The problem
it's terrible for you.
Well, to jump on to Benioff's tobacco thing, I mean, there's no Surgeon General that's going to write a report about mental health.
Your point is the correct one. A company's job, a key component of a capitalist system is for-profit entities, and their job is to create economic security for their stakeholders. Facebook is doing their job. The man in the mirror is the guilty party here. We're not doing our job. We're not electing people that hold these companies to the same standards that we've held every other company. When our mothers, our sisters, and our daughters started dying from tobacco, we elected officials that regulated tobacco. A better business model is for manufacturers to pour mercury into the rivers, and they will do that unless we elect officials that hold them accountable.
Bingo.
This is a failure in our citizenship, our failure in our Commonwealth, our failure in our elected officials. Facebook will continue to be a bad actor until we hold them accountable.
You know what, though? If you made $50 billion off of our beautiful capitalist and democracy here, you have a fundamental ethical and moral responsibility to defend the democracy and capitalism that made you the $50 billion.
Yep.
But I keep last time you were here, you said I own the stock. I own the stock.
Look, I agree. Jason, you and I are brothers from another mother. I'm with you, but I'm talking about the world we live in. Jeff Bezos is going to continue to play the Commonwealth, and a man who has more wealth than the entire municipal budget of Chicago is still going to put his hand out. I do not see anything resembling the very appropriate and Commonwealth civic-like behavior that Jason is outlining from big tech. I think it is our job to step in.
Wrong. What about Apple? What about Apple protecting our privacy? Apple is protecting our privacy every day.
With you guys.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.